Hi guys, it's Belle here, and it is time for card 44 in the hashtag Full Deck 3 challenge, hosted by Shanuki Art. As always, I will leave links to her channel down below, and don't forget, if you're new here, hello and welcome, but I have a playlist of all the cards I've made so far. So this was last week's card, and I am bringing over circles and also the leftover piece of stamp from there. Now, it's not going to be spooky season, but I'm not quite ready to let autumn go yet because we're still in it, guys. So let's do some... Oh, this is my sticker, this is my stamp. My word will come at some point, and I do have some circles, so they are my constants. And we're just going to do a little bit of collage, mini collage on the back. That's what we're going to do. And I'm going to use some ground espresso just on the edge of this paper, like so. Now, the prompt for this week was window. And I had a couple of ideas. Now, if you've been on my channel any length of time, you will know I love to use windows in my work. I love to use cutouts and use vellum or what they called junk mail envelopes for windows. Or I love to use acetate and like the Tim Holtz acetate and everything. I love doing that. But because I love doing that, I thought I'm not going to do that this time. Because I just wanted to do it in a slightly different way. It's going to be that way around. So, yeah. Why did I even ink that, you're saying? I don't know, guys. I just did. Okay. Let's not overthink. We're probably not going to see much of it anyway. So, you know. But I hope you are all doing well this fine day. I have enjoyed this challenge a lot. It's just given me space to create on a small area and enjoy that space. So I want it this way. I kind of want it maybe down here. I want to see part of the flower, if I'm honest. Yeah, it's just giving me a bit of a moment in my week to use a very, very small space to craft it on and explore different prompts, different ideas, techniques. And I actually really enjoy working on small spaces. Last year for the Marguerite Miller, I worked on 3x5 index cards, and I just realized I really, really loved it. And a couple of years ago for the 100 Days art project, I worked on, I want to say they were 3 inches by 3 inch squares. They might have been, yeah, I think that they might actually have been 2 inch by 2 inch squares, thinking about it. So yeah, I worked on that space, which again was super interesting to do. And it is surprising how much you can get on a small space. So I just like doing these challenges. It breaks up my week, especially if I'm working on really big projects like journals. It just helps break up my week in a way that I get to just play. And when we are creating big projects, whatever they're for, whether it's because like journals or other big projects, sometimes we get so caught up in that project that it can be, oh, I do want part of this on here, that can kind of, it's always enjoyable, but it can also be a lot, and sometimes you need a bit of a break from it, in the sense of just to give your mind breathing space to go back and be creative. And I find these little challenges and the Marguerite Miller one just do that for me. It's why I enjoy doing them. And also I get to use colours or techniques or sometimes scraps, especially scraps, which I've really been trying to use up this year. I get to use things I would never use in my bigger projects, because whether that's not my style or whether it's something else, I just don't use them. So I find them a great way to use up stash that you still don't want to get rid of because part of you still loves it or still thinks, well, it might come in useful. And then the other part is like, well, I'm not going to use it on this project because it's not my style anymore. So I'm going to come on with a little bit of white gesso. Mine was from the Works here in the UK. And because I know I had someone ask about it. And honestly, I don't know if I've bought a second tub yet. I don't use it that often to need to constantly be buying new. So I just want to push some of these into the background. I don't want it to be as bold and in your face, but I still want to be able to see. Oh, do you know what I've done? Say it with me. I haven't left the number or the suit on this one. Do you know what? That's okay. Sometimes that happens and it's okay. It's not a must for the challenge, but I know that she's doing it as part of her kind of rules for herself, and I've been trying to do it too. So I think it's probably less important for me to do it because I've been using random cards. So I may have, like, I don't know, 3 queens of hearts or 4 5 of clubs, or who knows. But yeah, so, but I thought it would be fun to kind of try and do it as well. Now I'm going to cut this sticker like this. I'm going to bring this on, but I don't want the whole sticker. So in case you're new here, hello and welcome. But normally you would carry over an item from the week before in a make, and also you would have one reoccurring item. But me being me, I decided to bring over 3 reoccurring items, a sticker, because there were stickers that I have that I just don't use, a sticker, a word, and a stamp. I also have this leaf. I finally got, guys, I finally got the skeleton leaf die set, the Tim Holtz one. I have been wanting it for ages. I'm talking about ever since it came out. I finally treated myself to it. And this is just an art scrap of dyed paper that I had. So I'm super happy about that. You can see already, I have a black window. This is a die cut that again has been in my die cut scraps forever. So I thought, let's bring an actual window in, but let's make it autumnal. Normally I would put the leaf behind the window, and this time I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do it, guys. So yeah, I'm going to do something a bit different and actually have a window on here. I'm wondering about embossing it though, or doing something with it. I don't know. Okay, so it's going to need something, but I don't know what yet. And I'm going to bring in the stamp now. Where am I going to bring in the stamp? So I'm just grabbing my tweezer. So I'm trying to work out where I want the stamp, to be honest. Bring it in down there. Or we can see, I have these tickets and I wanted to use the tickets as well. So, like so. I wanted to see the flower through it and some of that colour. Yes, I want this further down and coming off that way. And we could do the leaf further up. Do I like that? might like that. We're just going to see where everything fits. And then maybe we have the stamp up here because there's orange in the ticket too, or because there's so much orange up there, we can bring it in and have the stamp kind of off to the side there. Oh, I kind of like that, you know, guys. Okay, hold on, because I need to start gluing things. That's what I need to do. Okay. We don't know how to do this. Okay. So yeah, I just thought I'd do this. Have a little autumnal one. At some point, we're going to be getting a bit more festive with a couple of these. I just like to make certain things seasonal sometimes. So let's just do this. I just think it's fun to do them a bit seasonal sometimes. I do it with the Marguerite Millers as well. They don't all have to be completely seasonal. They're not. But it is fun to kind of do that as a extra added challenge to ourselves, because obviously we need more challenge. We really don't. But anyway, obviously we do. I'm going to stick this bit. I don't know how much is going to stick on here actually while I'm at it, but okay, now where is my cloth? Cloth? I have been enjoying when I put them off the card a little bit. Now obviously I could have put acetate behind that. Do I have any close by? That is the question. Probably not. But it would look probably better. Let's bring that back off and let's grab some acetate. Okay, so I've just got a piece of packaging here. I'm going to use that as our window today and see how that works. I'm hoping it will stick. I don't usually use this stuff as my window, but you know, we're going to try it and see if it'll work. I had another little idea while I'm at it. Where is my window? Okay, so as always, I'm going to show you just in case. When I'm doing acetate and I'm attaching it to something, I try and do my glue not too near the edge. That's going to be hard in this one because it is a window. But then I come on either with a finger or with a paintbrush and I just smooth that glue down. It's hopefully prevents most of the time the glue smearing onto your shiny surface. So let's do that. Now I am going to cut around that. Okay, so that is now cut around, and now I am going to glue it on to here, remembering that I had it where the stamp was. I was going to put some little leaves if I've got them, but I don't know if I have them. I was going to put some little leaves behind, almost like you're seeing leaves fall through the window, but now I'm not going to, so I don't know. That's what I was going to do, but it's all right not to do it. Like so. Okay, that will do. Now, why is that seemingly at an angle? Because it is, Belle. That's why. That's what makes sense. Okay, like so. And we're going to have this come out a little bit, I think, or down a little bit. And then the leaf go across. Yep. So this is a sticker, but I'm actually going to use some glue because I think it's going to come off the tag at some point. Not tag, ticket. And I'm trying to make sure I get some numbers down there as well. Right, so we have our leaf. Oh, I'm so glad I now have these. I have been having so much fun with my scraps, just trying to, what's the word? Make different leaves with it. Like it's just been, I've really enjoyed it. Come on with the circles, but that's a bit boring. So I was wondering about, last time I edged some bits with the gold. So what I'm wondering is, if I can find my gold paint, about doing that again, guys, but on these little circles. And then we'll probably do some gold splatters, actually. So I'm just wondering about, I enjoyed this technique so much in the last make. It's something I've not done before, edging with gold. I've done it with black and inks, but with a little bit of gold paint, I just think it works really well. And it adds a little bit of sparkle to a project. I might even come on and stamp on these, I'm thinking, actually. Don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, let's put the lid on that and move that back over. And now I'm actually just going to glue this down, even though the paint's still a little bit wet. That's okay. I think actually I'm going to put some thread maybe behind my leaf too, and pop it up on some foam dots. That's what I'm thinking. Thought I had some nearby. Guess we'll see. We could put our word across these. So really we've brought in 3 things from last week's make, and I'm not mad at it. So, you know, that's okay. Also, I think I want to come on in places with my leaf. I do think actually I'm going to use some gold splatters, but in these little pieces, or we can just paint on bits. Why not? Oh, I just like that. It just adds a little bit of something else to the leaf, you know? And autumn's beautiful. Okay, I'm still going to add some gold splatters. Now, where did my 3D dots go? I just had them here, so let's add that. And then also I do think I want some thread. I do. A whole load of these on here. Yeah, we're going into winter, but not quite yet. So I just want to still enjoy the autumn colours and the beautiful leaves. There's still some falling on the trees here. The trees aren't completely lost all their beauty yet. So I think I've got a brown thread somewhere too. Why won't that come off? So let me just do this. We can't see a lot of this gold as well, but there is a little bit. I may think about bringing on a little bit more of it, this gold embossed paper, because it's just so beautiful, guys. This little scrap that I have. Don't have any more of it. Okay. All right, let's bring on, sorry for stretching, some brown thread as well. And bring this kind of onto my leaf. Ah! Go back on. Stay on. Okay. Bring that kind of onto my leaf. Like Bit more kind of there. Yep, I like that. All right. And now I think I'm going to put some words on. I decided to use this black that has like a gold metallic font. And I want to put Embrace Your Journey on here for many reasons. But one of them is it does kind of fit with the idea of autumn. Because, you know, these leaves, they have to embrace what's coming next, and so do the trees. But also it's just a really important message for us, you know. So I'm going to do that. I need to work out where I want this one, actually. Don't know where I want it. I almost want it, yeah. I want it on that part of the window. And then just a little bit of gold splatter because, well, just because, basically. I'm going to just do this. And again, this splatter's a bit dry, so it works if I add some paint, some water. Swirl it round. Okay, let's put this on here. It's going to be difficult because of the acetate, but I'm hoping it will dry if we get some of the gold on it. I just want it on the bottom a little bit more. Yeah. Oh. Yes. And I think I'm going to edge around the card again. Is it a new favourite thing, guys? Don't know about that, but I am really loving how it's looking on this make. I want it on the part of there as well. And down. Sorry, I've got it really high up. Sorry. On the window as well. Just a little bit on there. Just going to come in on the edges here with the paintbrush. Like so. Sorry, I went really quiet because I'm looking at it and I'm thinking. Okay. Let's put the lid on the gold and then bring that up so that you guys can really see all the details. And yeah, when you move it, that little bit of shine between the window and the rest. I just want to add, I know it's weird, but I just want to add a little bit of dot, I think, on the journey bit, because we've got it up on that, but not so much on here. So I'm just going to bring on a little bit more paint on the journey bit as well. It looked too perfect. So I've got my sticker, my stamp, and my words, which are the constants. I've forgotten to leave the soot, not the soot. And from last week's, I've brought over actually 3 things. My main thing I wanted to bring over was the circles, which was last week's prompt. So I've done that. I also brought over the other half of the stamp that I used last week. And I've brought over this gold as well, and the gold edging effect, which I used last week. And the prompt was window. And I think this works. I really like it, actually. I super like it. I'm glad I didn't do the cutout. It's what I would normally do. I was going to do a cutout and put a leaf in it, but I'm glad I didn't. Yeah, I like it as is. So anyway, guys, that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to go over and check out Shanuki Art, linked down below in the description box. I will be back again soon, but until next time, guys, wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having lots and lots of crafty fun. Bye for now.